You know what fucking sucks about this time of year, Charlie?
Well, you live in a place with snow now, so I can think of a lot more things than what happens in LA, but, I suspect you're going to enlighten me.
No, actually, the snow is fine, or whatever excuse we have that you call snow.
Snow's
Rather,
not really a problem. It's like black ice and sleet and people that don't know how to drive in snow, and I, your version of snow also comes and goes. It's not an oppressive blanket from, like, mid-November to April, but
yeah,
I digress.
yeah. No, I mean my part is not so bad. I think I told you the story about how my boss uses the walls of snow to basically treat her car like a ping pong ball coming down a hill, so that she doesn't just drive headfirst into traffic.
That is the most terrifying sentence I've ever heard.
So she's up in like a mountain area,
Your
and
boss should not be allowed to drive if that's what she's doing.
it's just to clear the hill out of her driveway.
I If you have to run your car off the road to make it safely down a hill, no. Like she knows about the third gear trick, right?
No, I don't know the third gear.
Oh,
but it might
on
be.
steep hills where you're pretty sure you can't brake, you shift the gear in your car all the way up so it doesn't build up speed as quickly.
Oh, I didn't know that one. That's
Yeah.
actually a good one. I'll have to try that next time. Yeah. So, yeah, snow is not bad. You know what it is, Charlie? It's this archaic, stupid fucking idea that if we roll our clocks back forward and back, somehow we have more time in a 24-hour day.
Hey, what about the farmers?
Somehow.
No. It's not more time, it's more daylight.
See, here's the crazy thing. The sun doesn't give a fuck whether or not we shift our time.
No, but farmers do.
Farmers, you can get up an hour earlier. Stop affecting the rest of the world with your archaic system. Besides, everything is mainly automated now, and yeah, sorry. Back then, maybe it makes sense. You know, back when entertainment was pushing a hula hoop with a stick, but it's not these times now.
But
Set an alarm.
Alex, the farmers.
I don't give a fuck. Set an alarm. You have cell phones. Set that shit. There's a free app. Hell, Android has the clock app. Set an alarm there. The iPhone has a clock app. Set one there. You can download an app called Sleep as Android, which forces you to do a math problem before you get out of bed every morning, like I do. So,
Okay, is that why you're always fucking late to the podcast? Because you have some elaborate alarm?
I don't have an elaborate alarm. It just makes me do math, so I have to actually do something because my body has subconsciously trained itself that sleep is better than anything else in its life, so that it will force an alarm turn off, and I won't even notice it consciously.
Okay,
because...
sorry. I thought you were saying, like, the alarm keeps... sorry, my brain did not make the connection of the alarm keeps going until the math is done. I'm just picturing you being like, God, this math! I can't leave my bed.
I've done that.
What is 2 plus 2?
I've had some weird math problems come up on it, because it's not just like, oh, what's 2 plus 2? It's like 7 times 8 plus 9 plus some other stuff. Like, it's not exactly advanced level, but when you're first waking up,
Multi-step, if you will.
yes, it's multi-step math. So if I don't have that, my alarm will get turned off subconsciously and I will sleep. That has happened.
Okay.
It is very much a thing. So farmers, get on that shit. Stop fucking it up for the rest of us. Anyway, that's my rant on this daylight savings times bullshit. I look forward to quote unquote gaining an extra hour, which I've lost for a good part of the year. Which we don't really gain anything. We're just changing the fucking clocks. Stupids.
You're just mad I made you wake up early to do the podcast, aren't you?
No, I fucking just hate daylight savings time. And maybe because the podcast is also really early.
There you go. That's the spirit, lad. Hello and welcome to the Wicked Awesome Cast. As always, I'm Charlie, joined by Alex this week. No Henry for very legitimate reasons. I promise you they are super legit. We may talk about them next week. Let's just kind of round it off by saying corporations are scumbags and they will fuck your lives over if you're not careful. But on to the topics of podcasting. Welcome to episode 145 45. Oh, God, I forgot the number. 45 of the Wicked Awesome Cast, a podcast about video games.
Yeah. So, yeah, we don't have Henry here.
No Henry this week.
Normally we have... Go ahead, sorry.
It's weird because, like, this, he's dealing with some personal stuff. It'll be his choice to go into it next week if he wants, if he's back. But, like, it's weirdly video game related, but also, like, affects a whole lot more, and it's like, man, as someone who tries to keep this podcast, like, kind of like the, man, life is shitty, and you can come here to be like, have a couple laughs for an hour or two, just hang out, listen to people talk about video games, some, like, light, fluffy, kind of superfluous stuff to a certain extent. Man, I want to talk about this some, but it's not my place to.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
That's life. Normally, people will ask, hey, well, what happened to Nomad Har?
Yeah.
Like, well, this week, we had Har.
Okay, so Alex won't be on the podcast next week because I've killed him for that joke. He will be in a shallow grave somewhere in the Portland woods. A pet cemetery, his ass, maybe. I don't know.
This week, Nomad Har.
Oh. Fuck. You.
I haven't even drank my NOS energy drink
God
yet.
Damn it.
Fucking... Just you wait till I get some caffeine in me, dude.
Daylight savings time was developed just to punish you for this. That's why we
Probably.
cling to it. It's people being like, can Alex be happy? No, send in daylight savings time.
And that's fine, because I have to transfer this hate elsewhere. And if I can channel it into bad puns and making you groan for today's podcast, no, it's not worth it. I still fucking hate daylight savings time. I can't even lie through my teeth with that one. But it's a nice side bonus.
Yeah. I want to tell you that occasionally me or Jen will say something and we'll look at the other one and be like, that's a fucking Alex move and you know it. Shut up. In the pun department. We call it going full Alex.
I'm glad it's a thing. Oh, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
That makes my day. Tell Jen I said hi.
I will.
You guys are swell. I miss hanging out with you guys in real life, but I'm so far away.
Yeah, in Hipsterville.
I know. But yes, we are the Wicked Awesome Cast, and we do video games and talk about cool stuff in the meantime that's real life. Let's see. Do you want to do your week first? Or should I?
Yeah, sure. Fuck it. I'll do my week first.
All right.
Let's get the big one out of everyone's minds first. Yes, I am still playing Anthem. Even though this week was a fucking shitty week to be playing Anthem, my hot streak of not being affected by a lot of the shit that seems to be affecting everyone else continues. I keep waiting for it to, like, turn on me. Like, I'm experiencing the most prevalent crashing, which is after you quit the game crashes, which is the best place for a game to crash. So,
Really?
It's a weird ongoing thing. Like, it gets stuck quitting the game. But it's like after you log out and or like after you've quit from the home menu screen and stuff. It's real dumb. But it seems to be a really common problem. At the same time, the people at Bioware unveiled some big fixes to the game. Some might say some of these things should have been in the game from the start. I will say that right now. I will be one of those people. Like, man, I did not realize how much that, like, fucking just launch an expedition from anywhere in fucking Fort Tarsus button was missing until I had it in every mode possible. But at the same time, I'm still having a lot of fun playing Anthem. Like, there's something about that game I really enjoy, and I don't know why at this point. Like,
I mean, if I can offer a theory here, I personally, I mean, you've always been a big Destiny fan.
Yeah.
Like, that's never been a shy thing. So I think something that just kind of shines out for you is the looter shooter experience.
Oh yeah,
like,
no, and like this is D1 loot shooter grind, unlike D2 that's got like lots of weird time gated stuff and weird numbers of requirements. Like, this is like pure Diablo 3. you go out, you kill shit, you get stuff, rinse and repeat, grinding, which I'm not saying like Destiny 2 is in a bad spot, it's in a great spot, but like I definitely gravitate towards games where you can just burn 2 hours not really engaging but making progress. Like this is the idle clicker of loot shooters in some ways, except you have to be engaged. No, that's not fair. I genuinely enjoy playing Anthem. Like I like the javelins. The javelins are a really cool game thing. I find the loop fun. Like it's the like Destiny has sparrows, Division 2 has walking around. Anthem has you fucking jump into the air and fly like goddamn Iron Man. That's a cool gameplay loop of get in the air, fly around, drop down, kill some shit, bash some shit, hold a control point, gather some objects, whatever, rinse and repeat. Like it appeals to me in ways I didn't like. I enjoy it. I feel bad for enjoying it. Like I'm enjoying Anthem so much. I look at the for money cosmetics and go, yeah, maybe I'll buy some of those still. Fuck it, I'm enjoying the game a lot. I'm aware of every fucking goddamn flaw the game has right now. Like there is no end game content. I'm kind of in the end game content, and maybe when I hit level 30, my tone will change. I think I'm like level 27 right now. That's when the character progression stuff stops, and I will really be in the end game. There are these extra hard modes called like Grandmaster I want to try out, because I get the impression that's where some of the cosmetic shit starts unlocking, and I kind of want to see that. But also, like, I'll spend a fucking hour in the forge customizing javelins. Like, this is the most intricate and involved Iron Man painting simulator ever, and I kind of dig that about the game. Like, I find the idea of customizing big mech power suits fun in ways it shouldn't be. And don't get me wrong, like, this is a week of the game where the base one gun you start off the game with, due to a bizarre glitch, became the most fucking powerful gun in the game. And everyone, like, remade their default profiles because you automatically start off with that gun because the game just doesn't automatically equip you with whatever the best equipment you have is. So it's all types of dumb. But, like, everyone's doing high-level stuff with, like, basic level 1 gun because it fucking wrecks, apparently.
Yep. I guess it was something about the way they fix it?
It's been fixed, yeah. There was a major patch on Friday, 2 days before we recorded this podcast, and I think the game runs a little bit better since then. I think the loot situation's a little bit better. It was really good for like 12 hours. It's not as good, but I think it's better. I don't know. So part of the problem is I'm still in the trajectory right now where I'm going up through the loot system. I'm not sure we ever talked about the weird loot system where maybe I'm remembering my time with WoW wrong or something like that, but like I have very distinct memories that like for starting at base level, like you got whites and greens, and like around like level 15, 20, you could start getting blues to drop. And
yes.
But they were super rare. But the idea is you had to level up into it to get the good gear to drop, if you will. A lot of people are, and the farther you progress, like, oh, you get the purples eventually, and then you get the masterworks and all that shit. Like, it's as your level goes up, as your gear score goes up, you get access to better stuff. The number of people complaining about how it's like, oh, I want, like, legendaries at low level. I'm like, I don't think any game does that. In fact, I'm pretty sure no game has ever done that, and it's like...
Diablo 3 does.
Okay.
Yeah, Diablo 3 used to give you, like, lower-level legendaries, but, like, they weren't, I mean, they were okay, and they'd last you a few levels, but they were still eventually basically gated by the fact that, like, the scaling made it so that item wasn't that great.
Okay, so, like, Destiny does not do that. Warframe has a whole different loot table to it, if you will. I don't remember the loot in the Division being like that either, where you could get good roll low-level stuff, but I remember that game being very much like, yeah, there's only one version of this, and it's like a high-level one or something.
Mm-hmm.
But And maybe it's the fact the way this game kind of works is that like there's like 12 guns in the game and you're getting increasingly rarer versions of it. Like that pisses me off. I wish this game had more loot diversity. Like I want genuinely bad guns, which is a weird thing to say because I want to look at it and go, oh shit, this stuff again. I want my Edge Transit. I want the Anthem equivalent of the Edge Transit, which is, oh, it's this bullshit again. Mm-hmm. Yay. I genuinely feel bad that I'm still enjoying Anthem. Like, it's every time I'm logged in, I'm like, why am I still playing Anthem? My brain goes, because you have fun playing it. You're a masochist, but not really. Like, it's the moment a bunch of these technical issues start happening for other people, I am sure I'm going to be like, man, fuck this game. But, like, last night was the worst technical issue I've run into, and it was something happened in the rendering in the Forge, so I had two Javelin models kind of simultaneously spawning at once. So it was some weird, like, half-mapped monstrosity thing, and the way I fixed it was just reload into it kind of thing. Like, it was a pretty easy fix. I'm like, ha, that's a nightmare fuel moment. Like, I should have taken a picture of it. It's the biggest technical problem I've had, except for one or two hard crashes, but they've even been few and far between to the point where I'm pretty sure they were my computer or just like straight up connectivity issues courtesy of my internet. I feel bad to be enjoying Anthem this much. I really do. Because, like, there are some legitimate problems with this game, and I keep fucking playing it. And I keep having a lot of fun playing it. And, like, I've reached a point where, like, I'm now reading reviews to see what of the stuff I agree with, where I'm like, I'm never defending the game actively. It's like, I'm not like, I'm gonna butter the, you got it wrong, but, like, I have come around a corner where a bunch of people are like, it's not Destiny. I'm like, I like it because it's not Destiny. Like, the combat's really fun because you're in a fucking mech suit.
Yeah.
You don't have to use the powers. You don't have to use the powers in Destiny either, but you do because it's fun. Not to be kind of a shill for this game more than I already am. Like, there is some kind of real fuck EA. It's not Mass Effect 5. We expected something completely different that you said we weren't going to get. And also, like, a lot of people just don't seem to get the game in the reviews for it. Like, and that's not a legit excuse for why the game has problems, why people have problems with the games. But, like, a lot of reviewers, like, I read them, I'm like, okay, shut up, old man. Like, this isn't a game made for you. I get it. This is a game made, like, it interests me in the same way Warframe does, where the grind in that game is legit and kind of terrible. Like, the grind in that game is real. The grind in Anthem, also real. But unlike Warframe, I like the combat a little bit more. Someone to kind of play with it. Like, I'm playing Anthem because I want a game I can watch TV during. Like, me and Jen watched a movie called fucking Patrick the Pug, which is a terrible rom-com that you should not watch. Unless you like watching adorable pug shots, then fuck it, it's a movie you should totally check out. Like, I was playing Anthem through all that. It was like playing Anthem, doing grindy shit. Oh, a pug on a TV screen. Cool. Looking back at my laptop. The pug's causing trouble. Looking back at the laptop. Like, fuck, I've watched all of The Office in the time Anthem's come out because it's great background. That show's still terrible, by the way, but, like, it's not a game you're like, it's Anthem is not a game that you're supposed to engage with on a higher level, at least not at this point in time. And that's not an excuse. Like, it should be better, but also, like, I'm having a stupid amount of fun playing it the way I'm playing it, which is kind of the way I played Destiny 1, which was, okay, I got my iPad set up, I'm going to watch some TV, or I'm going to listen to some podcasts or something, and I'm going to play this for 6 hours. What about the story? I'm past story. There is no story. I'm doing repeatable shit over and over, and is it fun? I don't know, but I'm enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. On other video game topics, I did duck back into Destiny to check out Gambit Prime. That I like the new expansion for that a lot. The season of the Drifter, Gambler, whatever it is. It's weird going back to that game after basically a 4-month hiatus. B, I really like Gambit. I'd forgotten how much I fucking love Gambit. That's the best thing in Destiny 2 as far as I'm concerned. And the fact they've made, like, a harder version of Gambit is cool. if you don't like Gambit, this will not be a good expansion. But I would also argue that, like, Gambit appeals to me in the same way that most missions in Anthem do. Like, maybe that's it. Like, minus the PvP aspects of it, I love wave-based kind of combat in loop shooters. I love the feeling of, like, you dig in and you're just fucking mowing shit down. And that's what Anthem is. And that's what Gambit is. Like, it's... The two are kind of comparable. Like, there's a like, do the objective, but mostly you're just shooting shit in the face. And someone's going, here's some text or whatever, dialogue, context. I don't need context or dialogue. I just want to shoot shit in the face. Like, I play like, it's about Doom. It was here's the story, but most of your dude in power armor kicking shit to death. Go kill shit. But for
I was wondering, I was going to ask you if you had touched Destiny 2 since Anthem has been out.
So, I didn't touch Destiny 2 since before that even. Like, you want to roll back to, like, November. I think that's the last time I touched Destiny 2, probably last time I mentioned on the podcast. Like, I got max rank in Gambit and said, fuck it, I'm out for a while. And then the Season of the Forge came out, and I looked at it. No, that's not true. I ducked back in for a little bit, and I'm like, this seems cool. I'll come back when it's done, because I don't have the time. Like, I don't know how I had the time in Destiny 1 to get into raiding in that game the way I did, because I don't have that time anymore. I don't think my life has changed that much, and the only thing I can think of is I got really into Destiny 1 raiding when I was unemployed, and it's like, yeah, I had a lot of time to raid that I don't have anymore, and I know I raided after I got a job again, but, like, I don't have the time to get geared up to do the best things in Destiny, which are the raids and endgame content. Like, part of the cool thing with the new season, the season of the Drifter or Gambit, Joker, whatever the fuck it's called, I don't know, is they have, like, boost your character to, like, endgame content bounties. They're very aware of the fact that, like, a lot of us fell off at Season of the Forge or sooner, like at the end of the first kind of season of Forsaken, or yeah, that's what it's called. I mostly got back into it, so we'll talk about this some later on. But like, I will talk about it now. Fuck it. Sony launched the ability to do remote play on iPads this week and like iOS, and I think it's coming to Android shit soon. And I said, there's no fucking way that works. And a bunch of people on my Twitter were like, yo, I'm playing Destiny on iPad. And I'm like, there's no way that possibly works. Yeah, you can fucking do it. It works. I fired that shit up. It's kind of cool. Like, I think with all the talk of the concept of streaming and shit like that, if Sony finds a way that I can link my DualShock 4 to my iPad, that will get me back into playing Destiny 2 in a way I'm not right now.
You should be able to, because technically the PS4 controller is Bluetooth.
It's not super well supported. Like, it's not a great connection. You should be able to, and it should be something they should be able to patch in, hypothetically. But it's not officially a thing you can do just yet. And the controls for remote play on the iPad are touch controls on the screen, which don't work super great for Destiny, but like this is a weird one where it's like, I don't want Destiny to come to the Switch, but I want a portable version of Destiny. Like, I am stuck in a spot where either let me transfer my character from my PS4 to PC, because that will also solve my problem. Like, I don't want to have to use my TV to play Destiny anymore. I want to be able to use that for TV while I'm playing a video game. And, like, yes, I can remote play on my laptop, but at that point, I'd rather just be playing the PC version kind of thing. Like, but I'm weirdly attached to my console character and their progression. Like, it's just farther, and I don't want to restart on and rebuy everything necessarily on PC at this point. Like, but no, fuck it. If I could transfer my character, I would rebuy all the shit on PC. I really would, I think, at this point. But like, if I started playing again, maybe you would start playing again. Like, all my friends that played Destiny on the PS4 are gone. They don't play it anymore, kind of thing. And I get that. Like, I'm not in a clan anymore just because I let it lapse. And It's part of me wants to play that game. Part of me never clicked with Destiny 2. Like, it's something about the loot, something about, like, I don't like the Titan kind of auxiliary power, the barricade shield. I don't like. I started playing a hunter a bunch, and that's a lot more fun. But also, there's something about Destiny 2 I do not like as much as Destiny 1. So much so that I've played Destiny 1 more recently than I had played Destiny 2 up until this week. Like, I checked. There's an article, I think it was on Polygon or something, talking about the weirdly vibrant Destiny 1 community. And I'm like, it can't be real. Holy shit, it is real.
That's really interesting.
There's a lot of people like me, I guess, that, like, played Destiny 2 and something felt off and went back to Destiny 1. And it's like it's not a huge population, but it's enough.
Huh.
Like, all the like, I had no problems getting into Crucible stuff. I had no problem. Like, anything that involved matchmaking, I could load into fine. Like, the rates were not obscene. But, like, so going back to Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 is also, like, this is gonna sound terrible. Anyone who's fucking bitching about how bad the load times on console, the load times for Anthem aren't worse than Destiny. They're just less fun because you can't go into your menu. I get that. But, man, that game has some fucking long-ass load times on console. Maybe the Anthem ones are way worse. I don't know. But, like, holy shit, do people want to nitpick that game occasionally. But I digress.
Mm-hmm.
I went back and played Destiny 1, like, 3 weeks ago, and I'm like, okay. Maybe not. Whenever that article popped up, like, no, this can't be a real thing. It was 2 weeks. I'm like, oh, it is. People are still playing that. Like, it's weird, and I get it, though. Like, there's a weapon balance. I think Destiny, I could see lots of Destiny 2 plays better. There's something about Destiny 1 I like more. And it feels real weird saying that. Yeah. But, yeah.
It's odd that, like, people still feel weird about part 2. Like, didn't they, like, make it as close as possible now to part 1? Or is there still, like...
Yeah!
Like you say, people have a feeling. Like, for you, what is it that's missing?
I could not tell you. And I've heard a lot of people talk about the feeling of power. Like, by the end of each kind of year of Destiny 1, you felt powerful. Like, the gear you had, the stuff you had, you felt unbelievably powerful. I think the kind of the subclasses kind of added to that feeling. Like, something got lost in the time. Like, and maybe it's it's gonna sound weird. I think, like, it's the Destiny 2 they tried to set up to make Crucible more viable. Like, Crucible in Destiny 1 was always fucking broken. And to some people, that was a big problem. But to a lot of people, it was kind of like, fuck it, we're fine with this. Like, Iron Banner is fun because I want to be unkillable to something lower level than me. I want, like, if I've spent the time in this game getting stupid powerful, I want that to show. And I don't know. It's like, it's the more I think about it, and, like, that's not, like, I should spend more time kind of ruminating on this, because it is something I do want to spend more time thinking about, because it is a thing I'm now, like, actively aware of. So I went back and played Destiny 1. It's something about the motion of it, something about the weapons. Like, and so much of the stuff I like from Destiny 1 is in Destiny 2. And it may be that, like, year 1 of Destiny 2 was kind of bad in hindsight. Like, all the reasons I played Destiny 1 got kind of stripped out. Like, I played so much fucking Crucible year 1 of Destiny 2 because the grind for PvE loot in Destiny 2 was bad, and I didn't have time to raid. Like, it comes down to, I don't like most of the planets in Destiny 2. I think the planets in Destiny 1 were better. I think, like, even the Earth Zone, Russia was cooler than the EDZ we have in the new one. I don't like Titan. I don't particularly like, I think it really does come down to, I thought the zones in the first one were better. Like, Forsaken and the city are the first, like, the Awoken City from Death. Like, they had to do a full year of me not liking a lot of the zones, and then the expansion fixes that, and, like, by then, the loot was bad in year 2, and maybe that's it. Like, maybe I bounced off year 1 hard enough that I just never kind of connected back to it. Like, If they do a D3, I'll come back probably, but not with the same fervor I left D1 and D2 for.
Mm.
And part of the issue may be that, like, it's the D1 is in a really good place. D2, it took them a fucking year to get there. Like, the shit they did with weapons I didn't like. There's this kind of balance for PvP-centric focus that's always persisted in D2, that, like, if you're going to do that, there's a simple solution that no one will like, but it will shut the PvP people up, which is PvP-only weapons. Like, lock the stats for weapons, maybe give them a couple variants, but, like, have PvP be essentially Halo, where it's like, here are your loadouts, here's the guns on the map, go nuts. And then have a side PvP where it's like, take your PvE guns, it'll be broken, but fun. Yeah, no, there's a obsession with balance in Destiny 2 that I just don't think, like, works, and you can feel it. Like, I think the game, like, feels a little bit slower at times occasionally. Like, the zones aren't as cool. They've lost kind of some of the mysticism the first game had. I think I was on Reddit talking about this a couple weeks back. Like, it's the Anthem launched with all the Grimoire stuff from Destiny 2 built into the game. And as someone who, like, once they downloaded the app for Destiny 1, thought the Grimoire stuff was actually kind of cool because I could read about the game at my leisure, and, like, you unlocked stuff you could then read about, like, on the toilet or on the bus or something. Like, it was this, hey, you got 5 minutes, learn something about the game. They don't really have that for Destiny 2, and I kind of miss it. And I feel like the lore is less deep, and there's less to engage with, there's less weird going on. Like, Destiny 1 had a cool, like, yeah, shit be fucked vibe that Destiny 2 doesn't quite have, and I don't know. Like, it's the Destiny 1 has its flaws. The physics engine is bad. It does not look as good as Destiny 2, but, like, I'd kind of rather play that than Destiny 2 at this point, I think. Like, it's weird to say that for I don't know what reason. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like, and I know you've mentioned this before, but it's kind of a hybrid of your idea a while ago. They should have just made a Destiny 1 expansion that became Destiny 2.
Yeah, it's...
They should have treated it almost like an MMO in a way where you just build on the original game.
Yeah, it really does feel like that. And it's one of those things where I get, like, some things had to change from Destiny 1 to Destiny 2. I get that. But it's one of those things where it's like, you have planets developed for Destiny 1. I don't know what the process to bring those to Destiny 2 would be, but you should really fucking do that. Like, even if there's nothing except the pre-existing content on them, that stuff needs to be in Destiny 2. Like, fuck, we're 2 years into that game, and we have less raids, technically, than we had at this point in Destiny 1's lifespan. Like, we had 3 raids in year 1. We had 1 raid in year 1 of D2. Yeah, there's technically raid layers, but, like, I don't like fighting Cabal, and the Leviathan raid, I've gotten the impression, I still haven't done it all the way through yet. I've only done parts of it. Like, I've seen videos and shit. Like, none of that. It's not even as good as Crota's End, the worst raid from D1. Yeah, I need to make a correction. Like, there was only 2 raids at this point. There's only 2 raids in year 1 of Destiny 1, sorry. But you had Prison of Elders, which was this repeatable wave mode thing that, like, had the fucking hardest boss at the end of year 1 in it. And you either loved it or you hate it. I fucking kind of thought it was cool, but it was different endgame content. Trials of the Nine has been gone for almost a year at this point. That's the endgame PvP content. No one knows when it's coming back or if it's coming back. It was but Trials of Osiris was a big deal in Destiny 1. I couldn't do it because I wasn't good enough for it, but, like, it was a really big deal for some people. And the fact it's not there kind of sucks. Like, I know Sparrow Racing League was polarizing as shit for people, but I loved it and wanted to come back for Destiny 2. It shows no signs of coming back. Fuck, the factions are a useless thing in Destiny 2 that I thought added a lot to Destiny 1. They first year had faction rallies. They haven't been back since year 1. They have not showed up again in D2 anytime in Forsaken. Like, some of this content feels like weird things to cut out, and like some stuff carried over, like the fact that the Iron Lords aren't the same thing they were at the end of D1 is weird in D2. Like it's a sequel in name alone in some weird ways because it doesn't really address some of the shit that happens in D1, which is a problem for me, it turns out. Because I was really invested in D1. There's a quest in that game that is a beautiful kind of like, hey, if you're getting done with D1 or getting excited for D2, this quest, do it. It's a great place to stop playing the game at. Like, your ghost kind of wraps up all the shit you've done. You're building the exotic version of the gun you had from the start of the game, essentially. Like, the first gun you got. It's a really kind of cool, heartfelt mission of your ghost being like, hey, I chose you because you're you kind of thing. Like, we've had some crazy adventures. Like, man, we've done some shit, haven't we? And it's an emotional moment in Destiny 1 that's kind of devoid of emotional moments, which was really cool. Yeah, it's weird. I don't have anything better to say on that topic, unfortunately, either. Like, I have been playing a third game. I've been plugging away at Metro Exodus. When I feel I want story and kind of narrative, I go check that game out for a little bit. I'm still digging it. I still think I like Metro 1 the most out of the franchise. This one does some cool stuff. It streamlines some of the Metroness down in good ways. I am excited to see what Metro 4 is, ultimately, I think.
Okay.
Like, there's a balance between Metro Exodus and the traditional Metro games this one doesn't quite strike that I kind of want to see. And this game definitely kind of seems to be setting that up for that. I've not beaten it yet, so I don't quite know. Like, if you want to go full Stalker in Metro, go for it. But this isn't quite full Stalker yet, and it shows, but also, like, it's not a bad game. I'm really enjoying it so far. It is good. But kind of last but not least, I did a slightly different thing this week. I bought myself a mystery package. How do I explain a mystery package? Mystery packages are a themed experience in a box, if you will. I bought one called the Century... What?
Just the idea of you buying some, like, mystery box, like, time to do it.
You kind of know what you're getting. That's the weird part. Like, so a mystery package company, they offer experiences, I guess is the probably way they'd say it. Like, it's not a plug either. I thought their box was cool, so we're going to talk about it. And it's kind of gaming related, if you will. They offer kind of the overview of what the thing you'll be receiving is. It seems to break down into either kind of mystery/game style things or kind of a curio item exhibit thing. So the one I got is called the Century Beast, and it comes with kind of a Nordic Viking-inspired Cthulhu statue in the box. It comes in like a wooden crate box. You need a crowbar to pop open and stuff. It's not huge, but it like got a nice heft to it, and it comes packed with stuff. And at least this one's kind of cool because in the box you have 3 storylines, and the impression I've gotten is that like the correct way of doing this is you get these experiences new when they've announced them, and they send you shit over the span of a couple weeks or a couple months. So it's like a drawn-out process that ends in a reveal, but you can also get older ones that kind of come as a one-for-all. And in the case of this, it's full of like 3 different story arcs of like the discovery of this weird totem, your friend stealing it as best I can tell, and then also like some weird Nordic lore surrounding it, and there's like weird shit, like there's a flash drive that has like an audio file that's totally Cthulhu on it, and there's weird pictures and fake news articles and stuff that go along with it. It's fun. I think I suffered from the fact that I sent it to myself. Like, if this showed up on your doorstep not knowing Alex, it would be cool, it'd be creepy. Like, it was creepy going through it by myself knowing what it was. But, like, you send this to a friend who's into this shit, and it's a weird, like, hey, you're in a mystery book now, FYI. This thing is what kicks off every H.P. Lovecraft novel ever. Like, this is the intro to a horror video game of something mysterious shows up at your door, and you're like, what is this weird eldritch horror bullshit? Oh god, eldritch horror bullshit! It's cool, like, and the company has some other ones. I So my box was kind of messed up, so they're sending me a second one because they're a good company like that, I guess. But yeah, we'll see if I like the second one as much as the first one. I had a lot of fun with it. Like, if you have a friend that's into weird shit that, like, it's got kind of an escape room vibe to it, except in my case, there was no puzzle. They have one called, like, the Weeping Book or something, the Weeping Diary, that is a puzzle or a mystery. Like, I guess they have, like, a murder mystery one that's got kind of a paranormal CSI LA thing to it. I had a lot of fun with it, and I'm probably, like, a jaded version of this thing. If you have someone that's, like, big into, like, murder mystery parties or something, they would get a fucking blast out of this shit. And the Cthulhu totem is cool. Like, it's the stuff in the box is genuinely well made. Like, I got a curio thing. It came with a cool ass statue. That statue is indeed cool ass, and it's fun. Like, it's sitting on my shelf. I'm like, yeah, this is fun. I had fun with it. It took me. I spent an hour getting through it. Like, I kind of wish I had the experience of, like, the stuff showing up in multiple chunks, but also, like, it didn't for me. I still had a lot of fun with it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Keep an eye on the mail, Alex. I'm sending you the murder mystery one that might just be a severed head in a bag.
Oh, good. Yeah, and then I can transport it to the dump, which is something I'll talk about later today.
Yeah, that's it for my week mostly. What have you been up to?
Let's see. I would say downloading Devil May Cry 5 and not playing it yet because I did get it for free because I bought a RX 580. So
Okay.
my choices were Devil May Cry 5, which I will probably try at some point this week, leading into next week's podcast. And I will be getting The Division 2, which is my looter shooter that I am looking forward to.
Yeah, I got that incoming for me too. Before we move on to Devil May Cry 5, I keep looking at that. I need you to tell me if it's good or bad, because if I get that, I have to go find a way to play through all the pre-existing ones to come to this one, because I haven't played them in a while, and I fucking love those games.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this might be the last one, just based on some stuff I've read.
From what I've heard so far about it, people are saying this is a really good game.
Oh no, it's really good. Sorry, let me rephrase. Mild spoiler, I've gotten the impression this is the last one Dante shows up in.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's the end of the Dante arc, if you will.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been hearing really good stuff about it. So, even people saying that now that, I mean, sure, Capcom had Street Fighter V, but now they apparently are starting to reach a golden age of Capcom games.
Yeah, fucking someone from Capcom got on Twitter and was like, "Yo, Capcom's back," and it was from Capcom, and it was from them.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, this is interesting. But yeah, so I'll definitely be checking that out this week, and then I will let you know how it goes. But yeah, no, my week is more about the dystopian society that lives under our current society. A Mad Max wasteland, if you will. Okay, so you've heard of Goodwill, right?
Yes, I've even been to one. I've even donated to one.
Yeah, Goodwills are nice. I mean, you go there, stuff is obviously, like, slashed in terms of pricing, but, it goes towards a good cause and all that stuff. Well, so what the Goodwill you've gone to, can you describe what it looks like on the inside? I mean, they have store racks, various items
kind of
on
like
shelves.
A sad Costco.
Yeah, right? So, Manny and I were couch shopping because we wanted to get some...
Oh, no. Never buy a couch from Goodwill if you can avoid it.
These couches actually turned out to be pretty decent.
Okay.
And we did Lysol the shit out of them, so... Okay. So... We end up going on our search, and we end up looking up a place called the Costco Outlet Store.
Wait. So, there's Costco.
Oh, not Costco. Sorry, not Costco. Sorry. You said Costco, and it was on my mind. Goodwill Outlet Store.
Okay.
Sorry for the confusion on that one. So I'm like, oh, this sounds pretty cool. We'll check it out. So we pull up into the parking lot. And it's like, wow, this is a big building. This must be where, like, they just have tons of stuff, I guess. Boy, was I right. So you walk in, and this is not like your normal Goodwill. You go there, and you buy things by the pound. So it could be shirts. It could be kitchen appliance stuff. It could be all sorts of things like that. But you buy things by the pound in weight. Like, literally, you just bring in a box of stuff you've gathered, you put it on a scale, and you weigh it. And they literally have rows and rows of what look like human troughs with items in there, and you have to scour through it. Nothing's organized by size or, material or design, men's, women's. No, it's literally like, this whole row is just clothes. This whole row is literally just electronic shit. This whole row is other, items here and there. And you see people walking around with fucking crates, like boxes in their arm, and they're just scouring through these troughs, if you will, looking for an item that they're going to want to buy. Mind you, again, you buy these by the pound. So,
yeah,
it's terrifying.
So what did you buy by the pound?
I didn't buy anything by the pound. But they also happen to have various furniture pieces, which is not bad. And I went there, and Mandy and I were couch shopping because our old couch...
Wait, you couldn't buy a couch by the pound?
No, they actually just sell it to you for pretty fucking cheap. Like, we got a nice love seat and a decently sized couch for both of them for $40. So, wasn't bad. But, yeah. And it's just like, it's just this weird, eerie feeling of like going in there, and it's just like, if the power went out everywhere and we were forced to kind of just survive on our own, I feel like this is what like scavenging starting looks like. Like, we're just kind of going through these piles and piles of things that you want to find an item for. Like, it's just really weird. Like, Mandy and I both had a really weird fucking vibe from this whole thing. But anyway, we ended up finding our diamonds in the rough. We got 2 couches.
Tell me more of this vibe, sorry. You can't say weird and then not be like, expand upon it.
Okay, so like, if I was dipping my toe into Mad Max, this is what that's like. Like, and then so do you remember Mad Max? You've seen Mad Max Fury Road, right?
Yes, I've seen all of the Mad Maxes. I've played the Mad Max video game. I've contemplated going to Wasteland Weekend, which is the Mad Max version of Burning Man in California. I'm familiar with Mad Max.
So, funny little tidbit about that. Apparently, one of my bosses goes to that.
We have talked about this.
Yes. So, yeah. So, okay. So, do you remember that scene in the beginning when he walks out on top of his, like, rock formation building and he opens the valves and water starts to
The
fall?
Immortan Joe water scene. Yeah, sure.
Yes. So, imagine that, but with Goodwill employees bringing out fresh boxes of stuff they dump into a trough. And then people run over to see what they have.
Please tell me someone there has, like, the self-awareness enough to be dressed as a warlord or something and be like, I bring you VCRs.
No, the worst, they just wear Goodwill vests. But, yeah, like, it's literally that scene where they just dump a bunch of stuff out, like the water, and people just come from their other troughs and start scavenging through there to see if they can find anything they like. Mm. Because it's all first come, first serve.
Yeah.
There is no reservations. There's no layaway. Well, maybe layaway. I don't know. But yeah, it's so weird.
I think we talked about this on the podcast a while back, but me and Jen went to something called the War Store, where it's in preparation for Wasteland Weekend, one of the military surplus bulk outlets that will sell you like a pallet of military jackets, dumps a bunch of their stuff in a pile in their parking lot, and it's like $1. They have $1 pile and a $5 pile, and it's first come first served. Everything from one pile to the other is $1 or $5 kind of thing, and it's just like it's this giant like 12 foot, 20 foot tall pile that like after 10 minutes it's like a puddle on the ground picked over. You're like, damn, the fuck.
Yeah, it's like that, man. And it's just so, like, it's creepy, because I'm like, man, if we started to slowly become that dystopian society, this is it. This is the preview of that. And so I figured this would be a great place to buy a sofa from, so we did.
I know, I'm buying gas masks and calling myself Goodwill and becoming the lord of that place. I am Goodwill.
You should. It'll be fun to watch. And you have to do the theatrics. One of the guys in the back has to wheel you out in a cart.
Of course.
And so, yeah. But yeah, it was anyway. So we ended up buying a couch, and we're like, okay, we'll come back tomorrow and pick it up. Because luckily they'll hold it for you for a day, in case you don't have a vehicle loaded up in.
Yeah.
So I rented a U-Haul to go dump our old one and pick up our new one. So we drove to one of our dump sites, and boy, is that also interesting. Because remember, I grew up in LA, so I don't have, I call the garbage company, and they pick shit up. They just say, put it on the curb the night before.
For our listeners' reference, Alex has been to Mexico, which can be pretty fucking rural. This is the most U.S. rural place Alex has ever been.
Yeah. And Mexico rural is fucking rural as it gets sometimes. I have family there where,
But you've never lived a place you have to haul your garbage to a dump, that's what I'm getting at.
No. Yeah, no. Mind you that other references, some of the parts where my family live in Mexico, the hot water gets turned off at 6.
Yeah, no, we
don't have hot water till the next day.
Yes, we've talked about that. That's what I'm saying. There's an in between where it's there's way rural, and then there's U.S. rural where it's nah, we just don't do garbage pickup.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so I ended up hauling my old sofa over there, and so we pull up. They're surprisingly organized. I would say it's organized chaos in this one. So you get there, they weigh your vehicle when you come in, and then you go to the dump location. They have you pull up to a pit area. It's a man-made pit with cement walls and everything like that. So you pull up close to that, and they literally just say, "Yeah, no, just dump your stuff right there." They don't even say throw it in the pit, so I don't even get the satisfaction of throwing it in the pit. Which, mind you, there are these two giant trucks that are literally hauling shit away inside the pit or pushing stuff around. I forget what they're called all of a sudden. What's that giant truck that has that giant scoop thing in the front that moves dirt around and stuff?
A front loader?
Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so and there's just two of those pushing shit around in the pit.
Yeah,
and
no.
They look.
My experience with this is in large parts of New Hampshire. You have to do a similar thing, and they just have a place you dump your shit in. There's a guy in in that case, the backhoe, just crunching garbage and shoving it against the wall, essentially.
Yeah. So he says, "Yeah, just throw your stuff down right over there, and that's it." And when you get out, the floor is just covered in grime, and it's just. I'm a spoiled fucking city kid. You understand this?
Yeah.
So, and I openly own that. I will not hide away from that. I'm not some guy who claims to be tough, and no, I'm a spoiled fucking city boy, and I openly admit it. No shame in my fucking city boy game, as they say. And they, I mean me. So it was just kind of weird, dumping shit out of there, and it was funny. I was talking to the guys who were waiting in line for us to get processed to go out, and I was like, this is the first time we've ever been here. He's like, oh yeah, no, things used to be a lot more cowboy around here. We used to have just a giant pile, and people would be like, just dump shit there. And people would just throw shit there.
That sounds more familiar.
And it was just funny, because he was just like, oh yeah, no, it was the old Wild West back in the day.
So, there's a country song called Alice's Restaurant that I think you should listen to now to get some context. It's a 15-minute long song, but basically there's an aspect to it I think you will appreciate now based on that description.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a funny guy. And then after that, we left and cleaned up the car a little bit and all that, and brought the van back, and that was it. But yeah, that was a weird fucking experience. If I don't have to, if I never go back to that Goodwill, the better. But God, that was fucking weird. So anyway, but yeah, that's pretty much was my week. That was yesterday too. So. Other than that, everything was fun. We got a little more snow, and then it stopped, and it's been a giant cock tease of snow this entire fucking time.
Oh no, here's the problem, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
You've been to the dump. You will go again.
Nope.
How it goes.
If I can avoid it, nope.
Oh no, you can run from it, you can try and hide from it, but eventually it will find you. You will have to get rid of something that it's nah, we don't do curbside pickup here. You have to go to the dump again.
Are you trying to hit me with that Thanos speak and be like, run from it, hide from it? The dump comes all the same.
Yes, it does. Reality is often disappointing.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna try to avoid it as much as I can.
You say that now, but
I will just fine.
got any heavy electronics or paint you're trying to get rid of?
Nope.
Not yet, you don't.
Nope.
Soon you will. But oh, you don't even know the fun part yet.
What?
If you buy a house like you were talking about a little while back, you will probably wind up with a dumpster at some point. And then you have to talk to dumpster people.
I don't mind the people.
No.
It's the weird dystopian society that is there. I don't mind the people. I've never had an issue with the people.
Oh, no.
Hell, I commend those fucking people for doing something I don't think I can do.
But they are something else. They have made their livings in the dumpster trade.
The dumpster trade?
The renting and delivering and hauling away of dumpsters. Like, you will have something in your life that you're like, I don't want to have to pay someone to haul this away. I'll just get it there myself. And you will wind up there. I have done that multiple times.
Well, good to know.
Yeah.
I'm going to brace myself now and try to blend in with the society, if you will.
Best of luck with that.
Thank you. Oh, I do have one last thing.
Oh?
I've been playing a little bit more Final Fantasy XIV and getting more into it. I think I'm going to stick with it for a while. I've actually been having fun with it, and it will maybe even be a viable replacement for a while.
Yeah, you're getting into it has made me curious about getting into it myself. It's weird. I know I bought a copy of it, but I can't get it to work, and I'm too lazy to go to the customer service for it.
Did you buy it on Steam?
I bought it off Humble Bundle.
Oh, you may have to actually go directly to the Final Fantasy website and not do it through Steam. Or if it's a Steam key. Because, okay, so they have a weird... We'll talk about it offline, but they have a weird situation where technically it's the same game, but they have two versions of the installations. There's the standard installer you can get directly from... or from Square.
No, I've been through all of this. It's like some kind of key, like, verification key thing. Their site is bad, by the way.
Yeah, no, their website, the Mog Station's fucking awful.
Yeah.
I agree. But yeah, if you got one through Steam, you have to always go through Steam no matter what.
I wish I'd bought it through Steam.
Yeah, it's actually not bad through Steam. What else? Yeah, so I've been playing a little bit more of that, and I've been having fun with it. So, been playing Summoner. So, but other than that, I mean, it's yeah, no, that's pretty much been my week. Oh, little weird tidbit. Did you know in Final Fantasy XIV, if you talk about damage meters, you will get banned because you're not allowed to talk about it?
Huh?
Okay, so you know how I raid. So obviously I watch meters and you know, you work on rotations and stuff like that. Like that's just how it works, right?
Yes.
Did you ever get that far? Yeah. So there's no mods in Final Fantasy XIV. And I found out that if you even talk about damage meters, or people not doing enough damage in dungeons and raids because of what they do, you can get banned for not being, like, friendly. That's amazing, because if I ever want to play like shit one day, no one can say shit.
Yeah, I'm kind of okay with that. The damage counter stuff was always an important part of WoW, especially in the early days, but man, it turned people into assholes.
Yeah, it really did. The community in Final Fantasy XIV is surprisingly welcoming. I don't think I've had a bad experience ever since I've logged on to that fucking game. So it says a lot that their community is phenomenal. So if anybody are on the fence about trying it, there's the new expansion coming up soon, and yeah, it's a pretty friendly community game, I have to say.
Maybe it's worth checking out. I'm not going through to my MMO periods. Maybe I'll get to it this summer when I seem to get into that type of shit.
Yeah, I know you have your MMO spurts right now, but
yeah,
I just need a looter game in my life, and so Destiny 2 maybe will fill that void for a while.
Anthem's a looter game.
I'm not getting Anthem. Fuck that. I don't want it crashing my fucking computer.
It's got loot. They put more loot in that game.
Fucking hard pass.
Smart.
So, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it for my week.
That means it's time for news.
You want to dive into this? I think it is time for news.
No one to compete with this week, Alex. Very good.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, we're going to start off our news this week with some Anthem news, because fuck it, why not? And this is... So, I mentioned that, like, Anthem was having a bad week, and this is so bad it needed to be separate in the news. Sony is offering full refunds for Anthem because it was crashing / shutting down people's PS4s. There was rumor it was bricking stuff. I think the bricking stuff was debunked. You have to go through a full like power cycle though on it. Like it's a problem apparently. And it's a pretty common one.
So what I heard when it came to that was that you had to put your machine in safe mode to get it working again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't a full brick though. That's what I was getting at. Sorry. Yeah. That wasn't a downplay. It's a problem. Like no, you had to like put some work in to get it working again. But like you had to rebuild that directory a couple times with some frequency. But yeah, been a while / ever since I heard of a console game crashing a console in the modern era.
Yeah. Like I was actually listening to I was watching a YouTube video where a guy was talking about how like this is the only game that causes this issue, and he just is like, I'm not playing this again. Like
that's not true. I had Ghost Recon Wildlands do that to my console a couple times.
Yeah, but I mean like currently in his library.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean it's a big fucking deal because it's not just a refund like whatever, but it's a refund on a game that's a digital download from Sony, and they're like, yeah, no, this is a fucking issue. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and
Yep.
Fuck.
Yup. Yeah. On happier news, though, Apex Legends has hit over 50 million players.
Oh, wow.
Yep, they're doing well, apparently. Fortnite dead confirmed. No, it's not.
No, Fortnite's still fucking chugging along doing its thing.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad. I am just glad that there's another game like this in this realm of Battle Royale that's really fucking fun. I really enjoy. I really, really, really fucking enjoy.
Yeah, it's of the 3 major Battle Royale contenders out there, Apex is my favorite. Some leaks just happened that maybe imply the Battlefield 5 Battle Royale is soon to be upon us, so there'll be 4 major contenders now, but I don't know.
Who's the other one?
Battlefield 5.
Oh, okay.
Remember that game launched without its Battle Royale mode that was coming sometime soon, and that sometime soon apparently is March, maybe?
Yeah, no, that game is fucking dead. They should have released it when it came out. Sorry.
I don't disagree with the second part of that statement. So maybe it's the amount of Anthem I've been playing that's made me think this way. There are like it's the just because a game's not the big game or like the big public spotlight game does not mean games are doing badly. Like Destiny 2's been chugging along despite like it not being the big deal for them. Fuck, Destiny 1 still like Destiny 2 still gets like weird updates on various blogs and stuff like that because it gets clicks. It's not the big thing, but like it's not everything's Call of Duty or kind of Apex. Shit does fine kind of in the shadows occasionally. Like, hell, when was the last time any major news happened for WoW that anyone but WoW players cared about, except for that, like, legacy mode thing?
Yeah, just classic. That's pretty much it. Everything
that's
else
what I'm getting at.
Pretty...
Like, it's the last time that game was, like, culturally relevant was probably, like, Wrath of the Lich King to a certain extent, and it's been doing just fine in the background up until recently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I get the impression the Battlefield crowd is the Battlefield crowd. They kind of play that game and that game only, so... But I don't know. I'm not a Battlefield player. It's devoted enough that there's a fucking animation series I love following about it, so there's obviously some type of market for it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know, but that's not our news topic for this week. Follow-up from last week, the CEO of THQ Nordic got out there and was like, yeah, someone fucked up with an 8chan AMA.
You think?
I know they did. Allegedly, it's been a week of learning and discovery and growth at THQ Nordic. Kind of feels like bullshit, but we kind of touched on this some last week, but never really got into it, and I only know this anecdotally, but I've gotten the impression that above a certain tier, even in kind of small publishing organizations, the realities like of what an 8chan is probably aren't well known. Like, yeah, you could Google them, but I suspect like whoever like at the top signed off on an 8chan AMA probably didn't fucking know or care with an 8chan, which is a problem. But like it does lead some credence to the idea of someone like snuck that shit in there. Your PR people should have stopped it still, but
okay. So the fact that somebody suggested 8chan as a site leads me to believe whoever suggested it fucking knows.
Oh yeah, no, that person needs to be run out of town.
So
I was more getting at the idea that it's not a company-wide conspiracy. Like it really could be the HR department there is just full of lousy, terrible people.
Yeah,
not HR, PR. Yeah.
So yeah, well, it's damage control. It's to be expected. So.
We have a sincere apology from a CEO. All that I can think of is the South Park episode of "We're sorry, we're sorry. Please buy Darksiders 4 when it comes out. We're sorry." Moving on from that, in a weird twist, GOG has Diablo now, and there are more Blizzard games coming soon. If I go to the Blizzard launcher, can I install a version of Diablo like Diablo 1 that works on my current computer?
Not Diablo 1. You can do Diablo 3. I don't think you can do 2.
So this is kind of a big fucking deal, right? That like someone else is now doing what Blizzard should be doing with their classic library for them. And it's not on the Blizzard store.
Yeah, I think that's about right. Also, I think somebody at Blizzard ultimately signed off on that, which makes me really curious.
Yeah.
Like,
oh no, they definitely hint Diablo 2 is coming to this soon.
It would not surprise me.
Yeah, it's very much a more to come. But yeah, it's apparently like you can play classic Diablo or a for modern audiences Diablo, which is still that, but like installs and runs a little bit better, I guess, which is nuts. Like it got the GOG treatment.
Yeah.
Is the GOG treatment the best? No, but could I play Pod Racer on my laptop? Yes.
I don't know, man. I'm curious what their move is with this one, to be honest. Like I don't know where Blizzard's going with this one. I mean, they still own the rights to the Diablo 1 game, right? Like it's not like it's an expired copyright and now anybody can do it. Someone had to
it's still there. It's like it's the game too. It's not a new Diablo. It's Diablo 1 as you remember it. So let me paint a conspiratorial image, I guess, that maybe you'll think is crazy, maybe you won't. What if Activision is gearing up to buy CD Projekt Red?
God, I hope not.
Because GOG is kind of out there. It was the first major competitor to Steam that never really kind of took off. They just had that creative lead from CD Projekt Red join Blizzard as like part of the Diablo team, I guess. This seems weird. Activision really needs a win in the developer department. Bungie just left. Cyberpunk 2077 is on the horizon. We have no clue what the next thing from CD Projekt Red might be. They had some weird not legal stuff, but like they've had a couple weird lawsuits happen in the last couple of years. Is it possible the guys that started CD Projekt, or whoever started CD Projekt Red, is kind of looking to maybe sell that company at this point, and this is Activision and CD Projekt Red kind of testing the waters?
No, don't fucking do it, CD Projekt Red. Do not do it. Look what happened to Blizzard when fucking Activision took over. You want that on your fucking ledger? No, don't do it. If anybody here is somehow knows someone over at CD Projekt Red, forward this part to them and tell them don't fucking do it.
No, there's nothing to substantiate this idea I just came up with kind of thing, but like this kind of feels like that might be something there where it's like, oh, we're going to partner with Activision now, or Activision will publish the next CD Projekt Red game. Cyberpunk 2078 from Activision instead of Warner Brothers.
Still fucking no. I hope they don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think I've made that clear enough, but if I haven't, don't fucking do it. Anyway.
Yeah. I mentioned this already. PS4, Sony has brought PS4 Remote Play to the iOS, meaning you can play via Remote Play your PlayStation 4 on your phone or your iPad. It works. No word on yet if they bring controller support. I super hope they do, because it seems really fucking promising. I never checked out the Remote Play prior to this, and I kind of wish I had, because it works on the Vita, I guess, apparently. And it's kind of cool. Having my PS4 pop up on my iPad is really cool, and it feels like some future-ass shit. And with all the streaming stuff they're talking about right now, this kind of feels like a future moment where it's like, okay, if you can find a way to like still make me buy a console that I can use at home, but then give me access to it fucking anywhere, I would be interested in that. Like, fucking bring Remote Play for the PS4 to the Switch. Do it.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be something I'm really interested in. It works really well. Like I mentioned at the top of this episode, it's some cool tech, and it feels wrong in that like oh so good way where you're like, yeah, I'm playing on my PS4 on an iPad. Tee-hee! Controls for it aren't great. It's touchscreeny stuff. Like I said prior, controller support would be great. It seems like such a no-brainer move. Like it is the bizarrest one of, I think you could sell PS4s because of this functionality now.
I mean, you definitely could. I think that is a really interesting
I took
idea.
my iPad to work, something I've never done in the time I've worked at this company, so I could Remote Play on my PS4. Just to test it out of dumb curiosity. And yeah, you can do it.
You have to be at home to do it, or can you do it from like
You have to be on network.
another location?
It seems to be another location work.
Oh, so you can play off site from your house, so to speak.
Yeah.
That's actually really fucking cool.
At least that's the impression I've gotten. I took it to work and totally forgot, and it should work. Like I walked around my house and shit like that.
Test it out and let me know.
Yeah,
because if that's the case, I may get an iPad from somewhere, or and then just start playing God of War from work on my lunch.
That would be a really bad way to play God of War, but also, yeah, you're getting at it. Like, yeah, all the places I tested it seemed to work okay, but I've not taken it to any extremes yet. But, like, I'm looking forward to a dark future of like someone at Starbucks Remote playing their fucking PS4 from home, because that would be dumb. Yeah. That's the thing now. It feels like a real cool future moment. But speaking of the future, you see that new Labo kit yet, Alex?
Was it a VR Labo kit?
It is a VR Labo kit. If you've not clicked the link for this yet, Alex, I recommend you do that so we can get your reactions to what you're going to be looking at, because it is some choices were made.
Nope.
Hey, Alex.
Nope.
Alex.
Nope.
They made a new Virtual Boy.
Nope.
Got Trump
Nope.
this time, though.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
That's all I got to say about that.
Yep.
Nope.
For those who can't see Alex's face like I can't right now, the new Nintendo Labo stuff is interesting, but also seems to be kind of some weird nightmare fuel, ranging from what appears to be putting a gun on the back of a cardboard enclosure for your Switch. I'm assuming some type of shooting game with the base of the missile next to it, to making a swan of some kind, to a camera, to what really fucking looks like an elephant.
You're bird watching.
I guess.
That's what that is.
Is that what that is? There's a camera one, too.
There's a camera one. There's literally just a box one.
Yeah.
And then the one where you turn into a fucking tank.
Yeah.
And you're shooting missiles out of your head.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's a hard fucking pass.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, no, and I think my favorite part is there's one that is, like, Virtual Boy inspired, because the controls are right fucking next to the screen on the box. Now, like I said, this is a Labo kit, meaning there is no hardware or software update for your Switch, which, as we all know, does not run at a silky smooth frame rate of high levels, or as HD in the traditional sense, like most VR headsets are. So, this comes out April 12th. We'll see how it goes over. This feels like a bad idea.
Again, it's a hard no for me, dog.
Yeah. That just makes me so happy. Like, the Labo stuff by itself was dumb. This seems so much dumber.
I don't even know what to say about it. Like, I'm sure it's okay, I guess.
Yeah.
But, like...
No, I don't think it is. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's the Switch's frame rate and screen resolution aren't VR ready. They are worse than your phone.
That's true. So, just like CD Projekt Red and Activision, nope. Don't do it. Don't get it.
Yeah. It's come out this week that the Division 2 Epic Store exclusivity is even more exclusive than we previously thought, meaning, like, there won't even be third-party key seller sites or that are offering this thing, which makes sense, because I'm not sure you can buy an Epic Store third-party key yet.
Wait, Division 2 is only on Epic?
Yeah.
Because I have it on the Ubisoft thing.
Yeah, sorry. It's not available on Steam, it's only available on Epic. Ubisoft, I guess, is technically where it's through, ultimately. Remember if you buy it through Steam, you still have to go through Uplay?
That's right, yeah, because I have Uplay set up, so maybe that's what it is.
I'm sure you can also buy it through Uplay, but I bought it through Epic Store. It's not that's the official PC retail outlet for it, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, okay. I guess like previously for Ubisoft games, you could get like Uplay codes or keys off like Green Man Gaming sites and stuff like that. Not the case with Division 2, apparently.
Huh.
It's a true exclusive.
Well, I mean, kudos to them, I guess. I don't know.
I fucking love that for years the PC crowd's like, oh, exclusivity will never come to our console except that exclusively on PC. And now it has. And it's
like pseudo exclusive.
Oh no, but like it's the people that are like, fuck everything on the Epic Store. I'm not playing this because meh, it's not on Steam.
Yeah.
I love it. Like it's if you thought the console wars are dumb, the PC game store wars are even dumber.
Mm.
Ride or die for that Uplay store.
I've never heard anybody fucking say ride or die.
Time to get that Origin tattoo, bro.
Oh, no.
I will kill a man for Steam.
My running gag for this podcast is, nope, don't do it.
Yep.
Don't do it. You get yourself a fucking Origin PC tattoo, or Origin, whatever, what do you call it? What is it, EA Origin, whatever the fuck it's called. If you get yourself a tattoo for that, you're either shilling for that company or dumb.
Or both.
EA don't give a fuck about you.
Or both. Yeah, no, it's... I just remember back to like people were getting like the fucking Sony or the PlayStation or the Xbox logo on their arm, like people getting fucking Monster Energy drink tattoos. Like it kind of feels like that, where it's like, nah, I won't do this because it's slightly less convenient. It's a fucking PC game still. No! It's not the right type of caustic battery acid energy drink. I only drink stuff that comes with a green M on it. Yeah? Why do I drink stuff that says NOS on it? Because that's for cars.
Fucking right, bro.
Yeah.
High five.
Cool for life, bitches! They don't make that stuff anymore. That makes me sad. It's not in the U.S. Moving on from that to some more Epic Games news. This is not a big story because it's kind of weird, but remember back when you said there were no loot boxes in Fortnite, Alex?
I thought they were, but they were the camel things or whatever.
There are loot boxes in Fortnite that you can buy with money in the Save the World mode. You know, the original version of Fortnite. That's not the free-to-play Battle Royale thing. So someone has tried to prop up a lawsuit against Fortnite, or against Epic via Fortnite, via the, Save the World modes loot boxes that are normal-ass loot boxes that can be bought for money that have the same kind of bullshit going on. And the argument for it is that prior to the loot tables for them being published, someone bought a shit ton of them trying to get a specific item, and had they known, as the loot tables ultimately revealed, that how unlikely it was to get that item, they would not have spent all that money. It was some guy's kid. This one seems real flimsy, but I could imagine it goes somewhere, though, too. And it's going after Fortnite, which is automatically newsworthy, apparently, but yeah, this just feels like a weird one. I mostly just picture this dad being like, I'm gonna shut down Fortnite with my lawsuit, and then my kid has to fucking go outside.
Joke's on you, he'll find another way.
Yeah. Get that remote play.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, so Alex, we have one kind of problematic news article left and two just fun news articles left. How do you want to do this? You want to kind of give us a chance to recover maybe in the fun category with some fun stuff at the end and do the next depressing one?
No, let's just go right into depression, then maybe end on a higher note.
All right, that's what I was getting at. So, we've talked about this in the past. I think I've been the cynical one that's been kind of pushing this narrative some. But a while back, Steam got out there and said, yeah, we're going to be real cool with what goes on Steam. Everything can be on here. Fuck it, Wild West. You fuckers asked for it. Bring the porn games in. Who cares? I've personally been waiting for someone to kind of go back to that, God, what was that school shooter game or that mass murder game that was made that they were like, got in trouble for having and they pulled and brought back and pulled, but it wasn't a good game, so it didn't matter.
I think it's literally a school shooter game, just called like school shooter.
Probably. I'm thinking of a different one that was, there have been multiple games that met this category, I think, actually, sadly. But so, someone tried to put a game called Rape Simulator on Steam. And Steam said, fuck no.
Well, wasn't it already? It was on Steam, though, for a while, wasn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah.
And...
yeah, no, I heard about this. This is...
sorry, Rape Day, my bad, not Rape Simulator. Gotta get these terrible, horrible idea names correct.
It's like, man, I remember when there was Goat Simulator and what was it? They went fucking extreme.
Yeah.
What happened? Simulator Company.
Yep, this game takes place during a zombie apocalypse, and it is exactly what the name implies. It is bad, 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 bad from a moral standpoint. I will not play this game because fuck that.
I don't even consider trying to look for it because, God, that sounds fucking weird.
It's
okay. Say what you will about GTA 5. Yes, you do your like, your what do you call it? Your missions, you shoot people, this and that. But that's not. I mean,
you're giving this game as more defense than it deserves by not even defending it, dude. Like, let's just leave it as like no one should have made this game. Fuck the people that made it. Life is shitty enough that you had to go about and doing this. What this is newsworthy about is that it kind of like this whole laissez-faire thing Valve had going on with Steam is bullshit. They're not going to let stuff like this fly, which is good, but also we now have someone flat out calling their bluff of like, yo, we're making a game for incels and neckbeards. Oh, we can't put it on? Censorship! No, it's not censorship. We're not going to go into this one again. Like, this game does not deserve any more limelight. What's worth talking about, though, is that, yeah, Valve, you can't have it both ways. Like, I know it seems cool to be cool with shit, but, like, no one wants you to be cool with shit, actually. And the people that do don't deserve to have an opinion.
Yeah, the thing is, there's supposed to be some sort of kind of regulation.
Yeah.
Like,
oh no, they said there wasn't.
Like that's the thing.
And part of the issue is that like this game technically doesn't break any of the rules that Steam set forward that break the laissez-faire stuff. Like Valve propped up kind of a weird wishy-washy no that's like it's illegal trolling whatever. Nah. Like should this game exist? Fuck no. Does it meet the criteria for illegal? No. Is it trolling? Not necessarily. You're a bad person, but it's not trolling technically. Like it's a game that shouldn't exist, that shouldn't be on your platform, but not saying you shouldn't pull it, but like maybe bring back the curation a little bit, because this laissez-faire thing is only going to get worse.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely gonna get fucking worse. Yeah, no, God.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
The streak continues.
Yeah, I look forward to hearing about the future announcement. Oh, hey, Catholic Priest Simulator. That'll be fun.
Probably already exists.
Avoid prosecution by currying up favor with the Archdiocese.
That probably already exists, dude.
That being said, I was raised Catholic, so I could make that joke. And if you're upset that I made that joke, sorry, but I don't defend an organization that is okay with shielding child sexual assault perpetrators.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, sorry, bro.
Let's pull a hard 180 on this one and talk about Mortal Kombat, shall we?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Dude, have you seen that new story trailer?
Yeah, it's fucking out there.
Yeah. Fuck you, NetherRealms. I care way too much about the lore, apparently, of Mortal fucking Kombat. I was upset there were 2 Johnny Cages, but nah, you justified it. It's fucking time travel.
I love that there are 2 Johnny Cages. That is fucking great. Because those 2 guys are genuinely assholes, but like, see them have to out-asshole each other.
I never realized how much I wanted Johnny Cage versus Johnny Cage, the canonical asshole off. Like, you can have him fight himself, whatever, but no, young Johnny Cage, like fucking douchebag, yoga pant wearing, sunglass toting action star Johnny Cage with the words Cage across his bare chest versus like grizzled, I had a kid, my marriage didn't work out, saved the world a couple times Johnny Cage in a cutscene talking is amazing. Like, holy shit, am I stoked for that new Mortal Kombat game. I was going to give it a pass, but no, I'm getting it for the story now. And I hate that I can say that.
Yeah. NetherRealm, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm actually not going to hit you with the nope, don't do it. I'm going to hit you with the... Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
I love this.
Do it, NetherRealms. Like, fucking... If this is what you want to do it.
And it means we could probably get the entire cast of all the Mortal Kombat characters that have ever existed because of this time travel bullshit. Yeah!
Yeah. They keep announcing some strong returns, too. Like, Cassie Cage is back, which is great, because that was one of the best new characters they put out in the last game. Fucking Aaron Black is back with, like, bigger guns and weird, like, gun skill fatalities. Like, that coin flip thing is cool.
Yeah, no, Aaron Black is one of my favorite new characters that franchise has. Like, I don't think I have a character that I kind of dislike even from the new ones. Like, I really like the bee chick. She was great. I can't remember her name.
She's back too. Devora.
Yeah, I saw her. She looks even more fucking sick and twisted.
Yeah, Devora.
Yeah, Cabal is back, and he looks kind of cool. He was a favorite from back in the day.
Kano officially back, even though we knew he was back. But like old man Kano.
When is Kano not gonna fucking be there? Let's be honest here.
I don't know, but still, it's Kano.
Kano's one of those characters that'll always... Kano is like adding Kirby to fucking Smash Brothers. He's always gonna be there.
I'm now picturing Kano like sucking people up and stealing their powers. It's really weird to think about that.
A giant pink Kirby with a giant Kano red eye patch.
Unhinging his jaw and like it's more like swallowing some dude whole. But it's like
that's some Mileena shit right there. Though.
No, you're right. Yeah, it's Mileena's thing. Mileena is the Kirby of Mortal Kombat. You are correct.
All right, now that I have that idea in my head, awesome. But yeah, like it looks good. Have you seen the reveals for Cassie stuff too?
Yeah, she looks great. She's got like that Johnny Cage green glow now on guns, which is a really cool concept.
Yeah. So it's looks good. By the way, I'm sure you also watched the Johnny Cage reveal.
Yeah, the blitz that happened this week, I'm like, okay, maybe it's up. No, it's time to go all in on this shit. Fucking Shao Kahn is woven into the story of another fucking Mortal Kombat game. But like
Shao Kahn is a playable character in this.
Yeah, young tyrant Shao Kahn. Like with the crazy ass hair. Or helmet thing. Yeah,
and then okay, Johnny Cage's fatality in the reveal was
The punch, the uppercut that won't work.
Yeah. And then like that he has an action figure of himself for his like win cinematic. It's so good.
I love dad version of Johnny Cage as much as I love douchebag version of Johnny Cage. Like, fuck, I think my favorite part is they have Cassie Cage ripping off Johnny Cage's like most messed up fatality from the last MK, which is when he like rips someone in half into the "Here's Johnny" thing. They now have her do the move and it's just like the heart sign through the hole in the person's chest.
Yeah. She also does that thing where she kicks the dude in the nuts so hard it kicks his head and spine off his body. Like, like just when they thought they wouldn't get so creative with their fatalities, they fucking do, man.
And I love the fact that like they have the insanely over the top gore ones, but then they have the Johnny Cage punching the dude's face one off. That's just funny. It's like, yeah, that's what Johnny Cage is now. He's a joke.
Yeah. By the way, little last tidbit, but when they did the reveal, you know how, did you notice that now he has a stunt double who he can use to grab, like...
So you missed that in the last game. So they took Noob Saibot's fighting style and gave it to Johnny Cage and just called it stunt double. So we had like Noob Saibot throw a guy at a guy moves, but it was just another Johnny Cage.
Yeah. It's
I want Noob Saibot back in the game. I miss Noob.
He'll be there. Give it time.
I need Smoke back too. Smoke was my ninja.
Cyber Smoke or like OG Smoke?
Either one is good. I always have a fondness for Cyber Smoke just because the evolution of Cyber Smoke got dumber and dumber to the point where it's like, okay, it's a floating mask in a cloud of cybernetic smoke.
Mm-hmm.
That's dumb.
Dumb fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Mortal Kombat 11 is shaping out to be real nice, and I think they're actually pushing towards keeping their PC players happy, so I'm okay with buying it, because I had a really dirty taste in my mouth after what they did to Mortal Kombat 10. But they supported Injustice 2 on PC all the way through, I think, so.
I think the fighting game community is learning a valuable lesson that, like, the PC is viable now. Like, it's the... I will watch videos of Street Fighter if it's that crazy modded version now.
Yeah. Little off topic real quick, but did you see that there... Okay, so you saw the mod with Mr. X where it plays Mr. X Gonna Give It To You in Resident Evil? So somebody did another one and they replaced Mr. X with Thomas the Tank Engine?
Yeah, we talked about this like last week, I think, or the week before.
I know we talked about Mr. X, the X Gonna Give It To You. I don't know if we talked about the Tank Engine.
We definitely talked about that, I think, or it was before. I have talked with you and Henry about this, I think. Not sure if it was on the podcast or not.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, I love the PC modding community because you have dumb shit like that, and then adding Shaggy into DBFZ for PC. Good times. So yeah, I think
we got one last but not least. Certainly not least. Alex.
Oh,
how do you feel about that live action Sonic?
Gotta go fast into the dumpster.
So, for those who managed to miss it, and I don't think there's many of you out there that listen to this podcast that will have missed this, we officially have the final look of that new Sonic from that live-action movie they're making, and it's not as bad as it could have been, but it is not great.
No, it's fucking awful. This look is fucking awful. It's bad.
Yeah, so it's weird. So it's definitely not Sonic, but I think the best comment I heard on this was, like, if this was just a new, like, DreamWorks character or something, it'd be fine, but it's not Sonic. Like, that's where they fucked up.
No, you know what this looks like? This Sonic is the LaCroix of video game characters brought to real life. It's just somebody heard what Sonic sounded like, and they kind of recreated it from a previous conversation and said, yeah, no, this is about right. Kind of like how LaCroix decides this is what orange tastes like because they heard from someone what orange tastes like, never having tried orange themselves. This is what somebody thought Sonic looked like after a conversation. They never once Googled him. They just heard this is what he is, and this is what we got. And God, is it awful.
Yeah, in the most positive way possible. It's not a knock. Like, this is fursuit Sonic with a large budget in my brain, which I think is actually kind of fun. Like, it's not a bad... Again, like, it's not a bad design. It's if you were to say, make a blue hedgehog character, this would be fine. It's a shit version of Sonic, though. That's absolutely true. Yeah. Like, what you were getting at, this is misunderstood Sonic.
Yes. But, I mean, also, you gotta... I mean, granted, the looks is bad, but you remember, personality is what sells it. He's gotta be irreverent and sarcastic, heroic and adventurous, and he's confident and competitive. Oh, and for the kids, he's chill and likable. Mischievous, but not malicious. Oh, this has corporate speak written all over. Oh yeah, no.
So I was curious what Alex was just quoting from a design doc of some kind got out there from the movie that leaked and got to the internet, and yeah, it's a problem.
Yeah.
I wish I had to continue a link for it. There's a great image someone did where they fixed this thing ever so slightly, where it's like, just change the eyes so they're correct and it's fine. But no, it's got like those big, like, no, they're human eyes. You can empathize with it.
Yeah. No, you want to do real life video game characters done right? Honestly, fucking the Pikachu movie, Detective Pikachu, looks fucking good. So, anyway. Like, they look good in that.
I just realized something.
What?
So, we've only been looking at this image in a vacuum. This isn't a live-action movie.
It is, isn't it?
Yes. Picture this next to a human fucking being.
Yep.
I had not thought of that till just now. That is an uncomfortable thought.
Again. Yep.
Alex, say your catchphrase. Yep.
Don't do it.
Nope, don't do it.
You still have time to replace this character style. Don't fucking do it.
Yeah.
Nope. Don't do it.
Yeah. That does it for news this week.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Oh, yeah. It's so bad I don't even have feelings about it. That's how bad it is.
I think you're okay. It's all good.
Yes. Well, we do have some emails this week. If you wanted to contact us, though, Alex, how would you go about doing that?
So if you wanted to contact us, it'd be very simple. You go ahead and pull up the email client or email window of your choice. And in the to column, you would simply fill out wickedawesomecast@gmail.com.
What's that email again?
wickedawesomecast@gmail.com.
wickedawesomecast@gmail.com. Spell as it sounds, down the show notes, etc. We have a couple spam emails this week I want to go through. I'm using your last name because fuck you at this point. Lori Price, stop sending us V-Buck offers.
Yep. In today's theme, I'd just like to add, nope, don't do it. Stop sending us V-Buck shit. Nope.
Yep.
Don't do it.
At the same time, Bartha, you sent an email of personal nature to this email now 3 times that is not aimed at us. I do not know who you are trying to send it to, because the email is wickedawesomecast@gmail.com. That seems like a weird one to fuck up. But
who is this now?
It's some lady who I can only assume is a little bit older, just based on some of the, like, she's sending us an email about her granddaughter.
Oh, yep, that's definitely a mistake.
I responded back with, I think you have a wrong email. Then she sent the exact same email to the exact same email address. And I said, hey, I don't know your grandkids. And she's in a third one asking if I knew her grandkids, which I responded, listen to the podcast and we'll address this there.
So, well, I guess we'll address it here now. We don't know your fucking grandkids.
Maybe we do. Maybe they're listeners. I don't know, but your emails are not reaching them, Martha.
Although, if you'd like to be on the podcast, we'd love to have you.
No. Based on these emails, I'm not sure Martha has the gaming knowledge required to be on this podcast. What do I know? Fuck it.
Are you kidding me? She might be one of these crazy Battle Royale Tetris pros.
Maybe. Actually, no, Martha, if you are one of these crazy Battle Royale Tetris pros, hit me up. I want to talk to you at least about that.
Yup.
Stone Cold Granny 99. But yes, an actual intentionally to us email, it's not spam, comes in from Kyle. Dear Wicked Awesome Cast, as you mentioned on the last few podcasts, it has been a somewhat rough week in the world of gaming. And while I haven't been a fan of the exact topics covered, I have enjoyed the ongoing coverage. Just to clarify, I dislike these topics enough that you are talking about them. While I'm sure much of the last week will make an appearance on this year's Krampus cast, I need immediate payoff. So Wicked Awesome Cast, if there indeed is a gamer hell when people die, what are their tortures and what do they receive?
Superman 64 is the only game available on the N64 when you go into this place.
I was going to say, actually, that you have to play Getting Over It on a trackpad.
Ooh.
I've tried that. It sucks.
I still go with Superman 64.
Yeah, no, that's a good call, too.
Mm-hmm.
You always have to be the person playing on the Mad Catz controller, while everyone else has real controllers.
And not like the good Mad Catz that they had.
The transparent plastic ones.
The shitty old school Mad Catz.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. What else would there be? Your controller is always in a constant state of low battery and will randomly disconnect as you're playing the game.
Yeah, that's a good one. And there's only one of the two required replacement batteries.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
You always have to play co-op with a kid who's that shitty kid from the neighborhood, and he always has perpetual Cheeto fingers on your controllers.
Yeah. No, I'm going to modify that one, actually. You are perpetually finding Cheeto fingers on your controller from that shitty kid. He's not even there. You can't beat Nathan up for having shitty Cheeto fingers. You have to deal with the aftermath.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Yep.
It is always dinner time, and you have to shut that console off.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right in the middle of a boss fight at all times. I don't know, you have to play Final Fantasy VII without a memory card?
Here's another good one. All your games are online only, and your connection is fucking 1.5 megabit DSL.
Ooh. I like that one.
Even the single player is online only. Oh, wait, that's just modern gaming. Oh.
Ooh.
Was that one too real? I think that one was too real.
Too real.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of good ones. I read this the first time, and I've forgotten all of them. I should jotted them down.
I don't know. There's a couple different options we can go with. I think we've listed off a few good ones so far.
Yeah.
You have to play the video game adaptation of the new Sonic movie.
That's coming. With it.
Yeah, I know it is. With that design.
That's real good. That's real good. Playing the video game based off the movie, based off a video game.
Yep.
Oh, I wish they still did movie tie-ons the way they used to, because that could be great. Imagine if it was like the best modern Sonic game as a result, though, too.
That would be kind of trippy, I'll give you that. You have to play a Dragon Ball Z fighting game that was created, developed, and narrated by David Cage.
That just sounds like a fun, weird thing to get through. I was going to say, like, you have to play, like, Dragon DBZ Budokai 2 for eternity.
Budokai 2 is not bad.
It's not good.
No, but it's not bad. There are worse options. But yeah, I think we've got a few already that we're pretty good with.
Yeah. No, those work. That's it for emails. Still lots of spam I wanted to address. On one hand, I'm really enjoying all the spam we're getting. On the other hand, fucking stop it.
Yeah. If you don't, we'll figure out ways to get you back.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. I think that does it for this week.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Cool. Anything you want to talk about? Get the hell out of here?
No, other than, well, yeah, actually, I think I'm going to finally jump back into doing a little bit of streaming, and I'll figure out the days, but I do definitely want to stream some of this Final Fantasy 14 and the Division 2 now that it's coming out this week, finally.
I will play the Division 2 with you, because I also have that on pre-order.
Nice. Do you have it on PC or console?
PC.
'Cause I got it on PC. Okay, perfect.
You are my gaming friend at this point that will play those games with me, so I'm forced to bend to your PC-centric ways.
Excellent. Well, yeah, you keeping up. I'll have updates out there. You can find me on Mave Online across all the social medias. And I'm guessing if Charlie will stream it, he'll stream on the Wicked Awesome, or not Wicked Awesome, but
Maybe.
Studios.
I don't know. We'll
Something like
fucking
that.
figure it out. I'll be playing it at least, and I'll be like, man, why am I not in a mech suit?
Yeah. Right? Why can't I fly? Over
Why
these
can't
bad
I
guys?
fly? Where is my shoulder mortar?
Yeah, exactly. You can just throw grenades in the meantime, though.
That's not the same.
I know. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my end. Like I said, just all the social medias, Mave Online, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I post random shit about me being a SoCal native that's experiencing snow, but other than that, I post things that are nice every once in a while.
Yeah. You want to close this out this week?
Yeah, I'll close it out. Ready, guys? Cue the match.